Good morning everyone, today we're going to be talking about what is new in this update because there's quite a few things that are a little bit different than usual. But before we jump into all of that, if you're new to the channel, I upload NGS content daily, so if you do play this game, I would really appreciate a subscribe as it really helps out the channel. Anyway, without further ado, let's begin the video. So the very first thing I want to go over are, of course, the freebies. So over here, you want to go to your systems, you want to go to get campaign items and receive item account. Over here, we have the use the salon to your heart's content campaign, and you will get an end color change pass for free. So make sure to pick that up. Alright, the next thing I want to talk about are the pre-announced urgent quests and limited time movie concerts in NGS blocks. I am very happy with the new format that they put it in like a nice little graph over here, so it's very easy to understand. Keep in mind, this does translate into your local time zone. As you can see, my local time zone is GMT +8, so it just converts everything to my zone. Now, I will leave this link in the description below so that you can just click on it and it'll convert to your time zone, so you know exactly when urgent quests are happening. Now, there's 4 different categories of concerts. So there's A, B, C, and D. All of them have the exact same urgent quest because it's all remnants of ambition, and I'm pretty sure everyone's just running this one anyway. So it doesn't really matter what letter pops up unless you are interested in a specific concert. So the movie concert that covers our fighting and internal encore is going to be under category A. The ones that are We Are Arcs as well as Rare Drop Koi Koi is under B. Cosmic Twinkle Star and The End of Light is C. And then Endless Story as well as Our Fighting version Miyabi is going to be D. Alright, so those are the 4 different type of concerts that we can get. Now, unfortunately, they are movie concerts only, which means you can only watch it on the big TV in any of the main towns. It is pretty unfortunate that we can't actually participate in any of the concerts, because certain concerts such as We Are Arcs as well as Rare Drop Koi Koi, there was a mini game integrated into this concert, but I guess they decided to scrap that because it's just easier to just implement a video instead of just porting it over from the base game into NGS. I would still have liked to see the base game have the concert at the same time as NGS. So let's say that you did want to participate in We Are Arcs or Rare Drop Koi Koi, you can simply just port back to the base game and participate in it. But that is not the case. Unfortunately, all of these movie concerts only happen in NGS. They don't happen in the base game at the same time. So it's just such a shame. You know, they put all this work and effort in the past. They made this amazing concert, and then now it's watered down to just a video form. I know some people like it because it's kind of like a blast from the past. You're kind of looking at it like, oh, you know, we're 1,000 years in the future. This was what they did 1,000 years before. So like lore wise, it kind of makes sense. But personally, I'm more in the camp that, hey, if you made it already, just let us participate in the concert and let us dance as well, because I felt like that was a really fun part of the concert. Alright, the next thing I want to talk about is, of course, the new limited time quest. When we go to limited time quest over here, we have the Fortress in the Forest. This is a very, very fun limited time quest. It reminds me of Recommended Quest 4 back in the base game. For any of my OGs back then, you guys know that Recommended Quest 4 was the one that you ran over and over and over because it gave you a ton of EXP and was very efficient. You know, it was just a bunch of mobs, they spawn, you run into the mobs, you slay them all, and it was just super fast, super efficient. And this is pretty much that. They pretty much just copy pasted that formula and called it a limited time quest. And on top of that, I really like the aesthetic of the Fortress in the Forest. Kind of reminds me of base PSO2. It's just, you know, the forest area, which is pretty cool. I like it a lot. But even if you don't like it, I do recommend completing it at least once. Mainly because you get 10 PSO2 11th anniversary special scratch tickets for completing it for the very first time. Keep in mind, this is once per account, not once per character, so you can only get 10 tickets per account. But nevertheless, just do it once, and if you don't like it, you know, don't touch it again. If you do like it, then you can continue to run it. Now, as for the feature drops over here, we do of course have the Tisha weapons. They're probably never gonna drop, and then we also have the 11th anniversary special scratch tickets. Unfortunately, the drop rate is still really bad. Yeah, I don't really know why they put the tickets in here, to be honest. It's gotten to the point where it's kind of hurting the player base because people want to farm for them, but the drop rate is so low that it's like, why are they even there? So yeah, there's that. but the Defi capsules do drop pretty often. So the Defi capsules are really nice. I actually got 2 of the Makames by running this about like 10 runs so far. So the drop rate for the Defi capsules aren't like horrendous, they're okay. And then on top of all the future drops, we also get to fight a Emperor Rappy at the very end, and the Emperor Rappies actually drop Darkfall triggers. So if you are trying to stock up on some Darkfall interception triggers because you know you're planning to run those on PSO2 day or something, that is probably a good idea to farm this because it's a very consistent way to get those triggers since you are guaranteed an Emperor Rappy at the end of the run every single time. So that's really nice. And of course we do have the campaign boost going on where we have the fixer drop rate increased by 110%. You know, maybe if you get some seasonal weapons with high fixes, they're still worth quite a bit of money. Like if you get a katana with like a fixa fatale 5 or something, or fixa fatale 4, those event weapons are still going for a decent amount of money because a lot of people are using them. Also, another thing to keep in mind is all of the mobs here are seasonal enemies. So if you do use the seasonal weapon, it's going to be absolutely busted and you're just going to tear through everything incredibly fast. Now, something a lot of people don't know about this limited time quest is the region mags work in this limited time quest. So when you feed a region mag, you get a personal boost as well as a region wide boost or server wide boost. The server wide boost applies to this limited time quest. So at the very least, you want to make sure that the priceless region mag, the one located in South Aelio, is always full because it gives you additional rare drop rate plus 10%. So just make sure that this one's always full so that when you're running the limited time quest, you get to benefit from this extra 10% rare drop rate on top of your regional mag boost personal, which is another 20%. And yeah, you can stack 30% extra rare drop rate on top of whatever you have by default. So that is pretty nice. The next thing I want to talk about is of course the Mission Pass Season 22. It is pretty nice. As I said earlier, there are a bunch of swimsuits over here that you can actually pick up, so that is really nice. These swimsuits are actually part of a package over here that cost AC before. If you come over here to the AC shop and we scroll down over here in these Aelio packages, both of these Aelio packages literally gave you these swimsuits that we're getting for free in the Mission Pass. So you're saving $15 basically by picking these up instead. You know, just get these swimsuits over here instead so that you don't need to buy the Aelio package, which costs 15 bucks. So that is really nice that we finally get these for free, but you know, it took them like 2 years to give these for free, but nevertheless, it's still really nice. Now, personally, I'm very excited for this stamp over here. It's called a stamp finally, as we can see over here. Yes, he's very excited that he finally got something good. I'm literally gonna bind this stamp to like whenever I get a rare drop because I have my settings on rare drop to 9-star rarity or above only. So if I do get a rare drop, it's pretty much guaranteed to be a Tisha weapon. So if I do get a rare drop, it's just automatically gonna spam this. Well, not spam, it's gonna do it once. And then you guys will know that, hey, I got a Tisha weapon if you ever see me use this stamp. But that's pretty much the only use case I'm going to be using for this stamp is just on very high rarity weapons because that's literally how I feel if I do eventually get a Tisha weapon. The next thing I want to talk about are the new dailies. So as you can see over here, daily login scratch ticket. All you need to do is log in. As long as your battle power is 1682 or greater, you automatically get an 11th anniversary memories ticket. And then after you complete 4 dailies, you get another ticket. So every day you're going to be able to get 2 of these tickets. Now, when you get those tickets, you won't be able to use them in the 11th anniversary memory scratch. You have to scroll to the bottom over here. There is a ticket version of it. As you can see right here, special AC scratch ticket version 11th anniversary memories. And this is where you can spend those tickets that you earn every single day. Keep in mind the prize list is exactly the same on the ticket version versus the AC version. So if you do want any items from the 11th anniversary memories, you might as well stick with the free one first. After you scratch through all the free tickets, then you can go back and start spending your AC. Personally, there are just a lot of items here. You know, there are over, I don't know, a couple hundred items over here, which is why every item literally has like 0.49% drop rate, which is incredibly low. But there are some really nice poses as well as really nice hairstyles as well as outfits over here. So that's definitely something you guys can aim for. There's even Niao's tail, which caught me by surprise. I didn't even know Niao's tail was an available accessory. Let's check the market price. Oh, it's going for about 900,000. So that is something to also keep in mind. You might want to scratch every time you get a ticket, and if you get a high value item, then pop a shop pass if you're a free-to-play player. Because the last time we had an event similar to this, everyone saved up their tickets until the very last day. They scratched everything and then they popped their shop pass, and it just so happened that the market was absolutely in shambles because there was like a huge surge of everything at the same time. And some high rarity emotes such as like pole dance literally nosedived in price. It went from like 10 million down to 2 million, which was pretty insane. So maybe this time it might be smarter to just use the tickets whenever you get them, and if you get anything that is high value at the moment, just pop your shop pass and sell it immediately. However, if you are a premium member, well, that's not a problem because you can just sell whenever you want. Now, while we're on the topic of scratches, of course we need to talk about the new SG Scratch Resurgent Force. It is now available. I am definitely going to be spending my star gems on this. As you can see, I've almost got 8,500 star gems saved up. I'm going to be scratching for it at least 40 times for a selector ticket, mainly because I do want the idle stretch. This stretch is pretty cool. However, on top of that, I really need the augmentation success rate plus 30%. Scratch 20 times to get this. Even if you don't want any of the items over here, I do recommend picking this up because we are most likely going to get new gear starting from next month. And if we do get new gear, that means that everyone's going to need to re-augment their gear. And there are a lot of high value augments which only have a 70% success rate. So what you can do is you can save the 30% ones because these are incredibly rare. I only have one saved up right now, so I'll just pick up another one in this scratch and then wait until the new gear comes out. And that way I don't need to gamble any of my expensive capsules or take any risks because it's going to be 100% success rate. But notable items in this scratch is going to be, of course, the Faria hairstyle over here. It is a little bit different than my Dualante hair. As you can see right now, we're inspecting my Dualante hair. Let's switch over to the Faria hair. So you can see that it's not as crazy in volume and it's not as long. So again, this is the Faria hair and this is the Dualante hair. So it's not as crazy. However, the Dualante hair is still incredibly expensive versus the Faria hair, which is pretty much free as long as you have the star gems. The front is also a little bit different. If we zoom in over here, you can see the bangs over here aren't as crazy. Personally, this is also really nice. It's very clean. But if we look at the Dualante hair, it's more anime-esque. You see the bangs are a lot longer over here, covers a little bit more on the sides. So I know a lot of people are still going to prefer the Dualante hair simply because it does look more anime-esque. However, the Faria hair is not a bad substitute at all. Another thing I forgot to point out is the PSO2 11th anniversary special scratch ticket. You get one ticket every single day by just doing the limited time quest every single day. It's part of your dailies actually. Let's go over here to my tasks. We go to our dailies. I've completed it already, but you can see right here, clear the limited time quest 2. All you need to do is clear it in the given conditions, which is obtain an S rank. It's very easy to obtain an S rank in this. You literally just need to complete the limited time quest in under 10 minutes. Even with the most under-geared team, you're gonna complete it in like 9 minutes, okay? So worst case scenario, you're gonna be done in 9 minutes. It's very difficult to fail this one unless, you know, you guys decide to go in with like golden prim swords or something, then sure, you know, you're just asking to fail. But as long as you have like a seasonal weapon, some decent augments, your battle power is like 3,400 or above, you're going to be fine, okay? So just make sure that you run the limited time quest every single day so that you get that special scratch ticket, because there's a ton of really nice goodies in this special scratch. And even if you don't care about any of the cosmetic items, there are augmentation success rate plus 20%. As a free-to-play player, this is super important because you don't really have many other methods to get a lot of augmentation success rates plus 20%. You get a bunch of 10%. But the 20% one is a little bit difficult to get as free to play. And even if you don't care about augmenting, there is the 100 SG ticket, which gives you a bunch of star gems, which is also very nice. Special thanks to all the members for supporting the channel. It really means a lot to me. Thank you again. But yeah, that's all I wanted to cover in today's video. Hopefully you guys found it helpful. If you did, I would appreciate a like and a subscribe, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye.